Welcome back to Captain of Industry. This is episode 45 with me, Flow Engineer. And last time we set up this wonderful, quite huge glass blueprint. I think it's pretty cool and it will absolutely get us through much of this game. Probably we'll never have to rebuild this because it's a huge amount of glass coming out. Absolutely amazing. And we also last time finished this wonderful bridge here. Sorry for the weather, by the way. I don't know, something is wrong and I always get weather when I start to record. Absolutely great bridge. I already started to lay some plans for the train tracks. I'm still not quite sure with the placement of this bridge, but it's also not bad, to be honest. And what we'll just have to do is actually to probably take this somewhere else, so we can put in a curve here to go around here. We'll see about that, because yeah, we do have a lot to plan here. We'll have to see what we can do here with the train tracks. Because yes, we should probably do something with train tracks, because we probably want to get some coal to here for the steel as soon as this one runs out. For now we're fine. Maybe we can even get this set up and running before we run out, but I'm not sure. What I already started is I did start to put some tree harvesting zones down. I'm not sure though if that is gonna... Yeah, they don't have a place to actually store that stuff. So maybe let's put a storage down here where he can actually wood. And then can we assign import routes? Can we do something like this? No, right? Can we tell you to do some... Can we assign you to this one as soon as it's built? Because yeah, I would like to get this wood. On the other hand, it doesn't really matter. We do have a lot of it. Can we assign trucks? No, we cannot. Okay, but if we do this, then we should see those. And then export route is going from here to probably here. Something like this. And the import route, and let's also assign like 2 here, accept this. No, let's not accept assigned only. But we want an import route. Yeah, are those just... Are they bringing wood now from other places on the map? No, right? No, they're bringing hydrogen. That works. Nope. What are you guys doing? Are you getting wood? If you are, then that would be bad. It's just a lot of trucks. But it doesn't seem like they're going to get wood. So it's something else. So yeah, then we want to start to plan out this area here. Now, as you can see, there's a ton of iron and it goes basically to here. So we'll have to think about how to do this here. We definitely want to have a probably waiting area here. Not sure. And then we'll have a large sorter. And I think I'm going to go with a large one. Right? Or is that not necessary? How large is it actually? It's not that big for the size of the island. I think I'm gonna go with a large one, and I'm going to go with a large one. Well, we technically have to like flatten this area out a little. Do we want to do that first? So we'll get you built. We'll assign a few trucks here. And this should only really be dirt, but if it's not... how do we get rid of it? What is the easiest way to get rid of this dirt? Probably to dump it somewhere down. Oh, they can bring it here, right? Yeah, they can bring it here. So That should be fine. So we'll have you assigned and we do leveling. And we take you and we'll do this. Oh, maybe it's actually more than just... Okay, so yeah, we will start to dig this one out. That is a lot of area, okay. I don't really want to go into the iron here, but that should be fine. There should still be some other stuff going on there. And we definitely also don't want to go into the titanium. That would be kind of annoying right now. Okay, so but something like this should work. We'll see if that actually does work. And then we can soon set up this iron mine. That would be kind of my goal for today, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen. How is iron is doing good. So yeah, generally we are doing good again on iron. While we wait for all of this, let me get rid of the rain a little. I would like to start planning this out. Now, I did take the... wait, where was it? I did take the road blueprint the road we made, and I took it as a blueprint, but I cannot place this for some reason without trucks to place. As you can see, I tested it. I cannot really place that blueprint, or I cannot really place the roads without them being built by the trucks. So I'm very confused on the mechanics of planning mode with roads, and I'm not actually sure how to fix it. So if you know, please tell me down in the comments. That is really something I don't know. Now, what I thought, I'm gonna place it and have to game paused. I also started, you cannot really see it well here. I started also to think, how do we get, well, most of the trains, so we'll have this one go here, go around here, and come back here. And then this will be one part of the... Basically, there's going to be a large street somewhere where I placed it now. Large street here, going up to probably around here. So there's going to be a large street there. And then that large street is going to go to here and then to this bridge. Or that's the plan. I'm still not sure if it's too large, but I think I will go with this. Just like we designed it, I think it will look quite cool. And then I thought, well, we're gonna go in here, and we basically will have double track, a double track in the same direction going around here in a circle. I'm not sure if that is a good idea, because we eventually want to probably expand the rail going there. Maybe we'll also just do this. No, we'll keep the bi-directional tracks, and we go like this, go into here, around, and back here. Now, I also thought, well, probably we should have the possibility to bring trains into the middle of the system too. To maybe bring in, like, what do I know, like electronics 2, or just some small things like sulfur. They don't need a large station. And what I also thought, I think we are gonna run those long trains, of course. So those are gonna be the, for now, longest trains, and they will transport ores, they will transport stone, slag, all the large volume stuff. And then I think we are gonna do smaller stations with just 2 wagons, and they are gonna be bi-directional. So I just thought, well, how do we get those trains in here? I'm not yet sure if we actually are gonna do bi-directional, but I just wanna be able to put them here. So what I thought, what I thought would make sense is that we can actually get those trains from our main line, which is going along here, into the area. So I built this thing, and attached to this one, we of course have to pay attention, because there's gonna be belts running along here. So that gives us a total of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like yeah, something like 12 belts going over the rail. That should be enough. And then we want to be able to connect that up here. Now, of course, I do have my wonderful blueprints and double. Now, if we go with the largest radius, okay, that would be this one. And if we want to do double, oh, I actually built this absolutely perfect. So then something like this would be necessary, okay? Now, I'm not sure if something like an R3 here is necessary. And it's also, if we look at this, it's quite a large part here that is actually just getting blocked. From here to here is getting blocked, so we will run into throughput issues here. In general, I'm not sure if we are going to be okay. This thing alone eats 2 full belts of material, plus some other smaller things. If we look at all of those, each of those is 1 large belt. There's a few, no, those aren't large belts, I think. Maybe the stone, no, the slag, but yeah, we'll belt that anyway. But this, they eat quite a lot of material, and I'm not yet sure what the exact throughput is on those. So we'll have to run quite a few trains. So I think it would make sense to just go with R1s or R2. So this would be the R2. That would get us quite a bit closer. Or if we go with R1s, that would be this one, which would not block the street quite a lot. So that would be the best one generally, okay? I'm not sure what to go for, but because this is low throughput, the problem is also the trains are coming, and if they are going into an R1, they have to slow down quite a lot, and they are slowing down other trains on this line. That is why I thought about going with the other one. The other option here would be to well, what I also thought is like bringing just one in here. So we have one R3 and we're going in, and then we'll have lots of small stations like this, like here, 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 here. And we do like the trailer thing. I think they did it in the trailer, where you have like the trains. Can I do this? So we have like this, and then we basically do just go out into the station, go back into the main line, and then we can have like a crisscross here. I don't know how to call that. Wait, let me try to do it. So we go from here into the station, and from another station out into the main line again. So we'll have a station here, one here, and then across again, one here, across again. So that would be also be an option, but or we just do the same thing here. We basically say on this left side, trains can come and they can go basically out here into a station, and or in a lot of station, and then go back out to the main line. That would also be an option. But that option also exists. Well, let's see how much space we actually need. That option would still exist with just one, yeah, with an R1. That would still be enough. So what I'm thinking, or we just do R2. So we do have like a mix of all the good things. R2 single 90, that would be this one. Yeah, something like, can I get the double? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go with this one. This is a good a good mix, I think. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles to the cross. So let's take this one. And let's go 1. Can I... Was it here? Or was it here? Something like this. Does that work? Yes, so that would be amazing. Okay. So then let's actually get the tiles removed. But so we can still see where the road is going. Okay. So this is basically our road gonna be. And those are our options for... can I... Yeah, so those are gonna be our roads. And I will actually just keep building. So this is gonna be one side of the road, and this one is gonna be the other one. Just so we can start to lay out the factory a little bit. And then we'll have you something like this here. Can we get rid of you? And because now we can also run the game again without the trucks going to get concrete and stuff. So there's gonna be a road here, and I think I want the road... Well, we have to think about what's gonna happen here. I think what's gonna happen here is that we take again R2 double T, something like this, and that we are going to do something like this, or we're gonna go closer, something like this, and then we have to figure out how to merge this line into here. Can we get this done somehow? Something like this. That isn't even too bad. No, that is, because this one is an R1. Can we get this with... that was the wrong button, definitely. So we'll go from here to here. And then we just say you can only... No, we cannot do that. Can we do it from here? Nope. Can we do it from here? Wait, let me get this one going, and then from maybe here. Yeah, so this one will work. Can't we do it from here? Yes, we can. So this would work. So then we would have something like this going here. And then all the trains could go along here, which also would mean we could go to the coal mine here. So we could bring the... Yeah, let's really take a few parts out here again, just so vehicles can pass through everything. As you can see, they are confused. What is happening here? Where are you? Oh yeah, they are going over the bridge. They're coming. They are coming. Good. Yeah, also we are very much stocked on dirt. We could start lay some dirt down everywhere again, because I will again do this, just like we did here, to the other side. Let's also... Is this one paused? Let's pause you, because there's no need for you to be running and you're just eating a lot of people. Yes, we all are also getting some rock, because that is important, so we can get this done. Now we also have to pay attention to our nuclear setup here. It's starting to, yeah, fill up. We do have the stuff to look into reprocessing. So basically we do have the spent fuel. Wait, spent fuel, isn't that this one? We do have a lot of that. So, oh yeah, we do have, wait. So what can we do with the spent fuel? We can use some acid and molten glass to make reprocessed uranium and plutonium and fission product. Oh, this is complicated. And it's probably really expensive to do. Do I not have it yet? Wait, reprocessing plant. No, we can do this one, right? How expensive is it? Oh, and it needs, yeah, we need to go into data centers and everything, so that's not gonna happen. Okay, not yet. Okay, so this works. He already got stone in it, so this is not what I wanted to do, but we will have to put a ore sorting plant. We could already put the large one. Where is it going? It's probably going somewhere. So they are gonna come in. There's gonna be a long route, maybe going to here to go over there. So what I'm thinking, we probably want to like put it somewhere like here. That is very close though. Something like this could work. I'm not sure though. So wait, let me try to figure this out. So we will have back to trains. We do have an adapter for this one. So we'll do this. And then we probably want to have a... Yeah, we are going to go with R2 for now. So we're going to go with something like this. And then can we get rid of this? Just so trucks and everything can move as freely as possible. And then we are going to go into... How's that going to work? How is that going to work? We will... Will we just take this? Can't we just take this and turn it around, basically? Or is that not a thing? So if we do something like... Can I copy, please? Okay. If we take like this... And we do something like this... That should work, right? Then we just have to... Yeah, this could work, so we'll put a turn in this one. We could even do something like... No, we cannot, because then it's gonna become a problem there. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Let's just put a small one down there. Then, just so we can... just so we can get this one built. And let's also enable this one, so this should work. Let's see, they are going here, they are signing everything. So now they should be able to work here. That is good. So let's go back to planning here. Do we have anything else that is running dangerously low? I think we are done with researching for now. We could, just to unlock this one, and so we can unlock parts of all that stuff, we could try to produce those. How do we make electronics 3? Do you need wafers and stuff? Yeah, you need microchips. Not happening. Okay, not happening. We first need to get this system here up and running. So what I'm thinking still, something like a large... Well, what I'm thinking, there's gonna be a large bus here. So if we would do something like this, that would be weird. Wait, something like... I'm just thinking, how can we... Well, do I want to have all the trains at the same place or not? That is a question I have to answer, and I don't know what my answer is there. I think this is too much, but I can certainly see myself to... Well, we do have a lot of inputs, right? Or let me first lay out the system a little. I think it would make sense to have... Just because we still do have a lot of stuff here, and this is probably gonna be enough for quite a while. Well, space isn't even that unlimited here. That That is not fun. Wait, what do you need? You just need a shit ton of sand, some sulfur. But sulfur is gonna be belted, right? Because it's coming from those. Maybe it's not enough. Well, we absolutely want, for example, if we just would put this one here, for example, and then we could have, I'm very much overwhelmed by the size that we have to think here. So wait, so there's gonna be a street going here, and I want to be able to continue this one. Let's just delete a few parts so trucks can go through, but there's gonna be a street going there. It's gonna go over the whole system here. That is gonna happen here. That is also good, because, and then we probably, if there's a crossing here, I will not put a crossing here. We want to have our main traffic not, or if there's trucks going in and out here, I probably want to have our main ore traffic and stuff on this line here. And then we could have them go in here, which there's also gonna be this one going there, of course, but still I think that is manageable. And then we take this one, we bring it up here. Let's just try to circle this area for now. Wait, so we'll do this, and we'll have you like this, and like this, and just want to leave some space so trucks can still fit through. Something like this. So even if we would, so wait, let's try this. So we will put this one here. Let's just put that one there, because that isn't even a bad place for this station, because we can bring all the stuff, we can belt it over onto the bus which is running along here. So there's going to be like a lot of material going in all directions here. So then I think it would definitely make sense. I'm just gonna try and do this. It would make a lot of sense to have, like, I think that is the scope we want to have. We want to have 3 times the. Do we want to have ores here? That is not a bad place. So if we would flip this one, let's see, and we rotate it. No, let's flip it again. If we do something like this here, something like this, and we do. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out there, and we do something like this, because there's no vehicles going here. There's vehicles going here, but that is fine. We can connect them up kinda or somehow, right? And we still, so we can have one dirt loading and unloading station there. That should be fine. We'll also have to think about. We'll also have to think about fuel. Well, one of those can also be fuel. So this would be. Is this an R1? That is not what I really want. Let's see. R1 single 90. Is this one what this is? No, right? Oh yeah, it is. No, that is not happening. I'm okay with 90s here, but as soon as they are straight, they should. If this one is going out, I don't want it to accelerate and brake again to go in there. So let's take this one a few tiles back, and we can also expand it if it's actually needed at some point. I think that is also not a bad thing. So we'll take you. And we'll put you somewhere. Now we'll have to think about this here. we could also try to put it as far back here, which would enable us maybe, so if we put this one there, no, then we don't have a, let's copy this, like this, so we can get those going, and something like this. And then we have this, and this will go here, okay. This is not ideal for the sand. Oh, that should be fine for sand mining. And then ideally we could have a second train length of stuff in here, or like another train length in here, but that is not gonna happen. That is what I thought would be very cool, but I don't think that is happening. You don't have any. Oh yeah, okay, we can give you more. That is not a problem. So we'll just give you this one, I feel like. And we could even do this one, so they start dumping around here instead of driving everything into here, because yeah, we don't need that space yet. It's just more, yeah, so we can have it. Also, this one is pretty much not needed, because we'll use a lot of graphite, so that should be fine. And okay, wait, let's just build this out. So you would go, oh no, we need to bring it back more, because we need to have, yeah, we need to have it in there. Okay, so we'll take you back. We'll just do something like this, just middle. Let's go like this, and let's see. So we'll do something like this, and we'll put this one in here. Let's see, can we get a nice R2? This one looks good. And then can we get a nice one there? Something like this. So that is the out. And then we should probably just put it on here. This is gonna be a choke point. This is not ideal. R2 double cross. Let's see if we can do this. Well, we kinda can, right? We'll just have to delete some ones again. So you are deleted, you are deleted, you are deleted, you are deleted. Something like this. Does that work? And then we of course only need those. So we don't need you, we don't need you. That is a weird crossing. And then do we just put it in? Oh, wait, let's see. So if we go from here, so this should be 65. Can we maybe, just maybe, oh my god, this could be good. If we move it a little over, we are able to, if we have all the modules filled, we are able to up the train limit by 1. So we can have 2 trains coming in at the same time. That just means we'll have to move the whole thing a little. So if we just do this, and then we take you, can we maybe copy this instead of, wait, why am I confusing so much stuff? So, and then we delete this, maybe something up to like here. We'll see. It doesn't have to be all of the stations. Let's see, something like, yeah, we can bring it up to here, and then we just have to get rid of all of this again, all of these shenanigans here. Okay, so that should be working. So if then we can have another train here while still be able to, yeah, this is going great. Okay, so then we put a straight one in here. Now this is of course also going to be quite the choke point, I think. I'm not sure, but I can feel this being kinda weird. Let's also... Can we get it straight, please? Okay, let's get this one going, and then into here. Then this one we can take out again. Can I take you and put you here? So we can then take this one out and do this. Okay, so we'll just have to do this and connect it up again. And with this one, same. Let's see if we'll have a connection point. Something like this does work for me. That means we always have, basically we could expand the whole thing to 2 trains if it's needed. Because what I'm thinking, like, for example, sand is just going to be a large amount. And at this point, I'm not sure if this here is going to be enough. Maybe we'll have to, yeah, expand some things, but I wouldn't know how to expand it here. Yeah, I will build nothing yet, so yeah, please write me in the comments if you think that this is going horribly wrong, and then we'll just do some rebuilding and we'll try to make it work. Yeah, we'll not build anything in this episode yet, because I want to have this district planned out before we start constructing stuff, because once this thing is once we start to build this thing, I want it to run, and if it doesn't run, then that is annoying. And I also don't really want to rebuild it at any point once it's running. So okay, so we can do this. We could probably even fit another one. Would that be possible? That would be here. No, that does not really work, right? Nope. Oh, maybe? No, that is not really working. Well, of course, we could always do some weird things, but this could work, and then we just bring all the... so we'll bring all of those basically like this, and we'll just bring them... Oh no, now this... Oh, we can just flip them, right? That should work. If we just flip the whole thing, we'll just take all of this and we flip it. We should be able... Yes, we should be able to get those in. And then we'll have all those, and they will bring in all the materials into the bus. The bus is going to be along here. And that should give us a lot of materials. Now, what I'm thinking, this one is just for the smelting, for the general smelting. I think glass can go somewhere else, I think. So what would need to go there? Graphite also doesn't need to go here. This is more like the is this the large volume stuff? I don't know if I want to tell that, but I'm also not sure if I will build everything. I'm very okay with just going with a few for beginning, like for 2 iron, 2 copper, and then... Well, graphite is mainly gonna be on the island itself. So what else do those large ones need? They need graphite, they need some sand and sulfur, and they just produce a lot of slag, which we maybe want to also put on there. So sand, copper, mostly. What is going on here? Is it limestone? Yeah, maybe limestone too, because we also need it here, and we also need it in those ones, right? Yeah, we need it here. So there's a lot of limestone, but we could do like 2 iron, 2 copper, 2 limestone, 1 graphite for the future, 1 whatever, and we can do it like that. Would that work? So that is my idea. Let's also see how this here is going. This isn't going great. Why are you not... Can we get you... Can we get that stuff out of here? Well, I can do this, but I don't want to do this. Yeah, but they didn't get far here. There should definitely be some... There should definitely be stuff to... Trucks to bring them out of here. Do we need to put in loose storages? How long did I play this game now? And I'm still confused by this. So wait, this would be rock with this, and this would be dirt. And then we do this. Where did they come from and bring stuff? Didn't they just drop some dirt in here? You are only able to export there, right? Where are you coming from? Wait, where are those trucks coming from with the dirt? Can we? Oh, we can just do an export route onto this one, right? And then this, yeah, assigned only. Yeah, because obviously it's not gonna work like this. And then we'll have rock here. So that should... Yeah, this will maybe work better. Okay. And then we'll have... So we'll have a row of... Where is it? Where are the retaining walls? I think those. And then we'll start with the retaining wall. Let's see, where's the mining? Okay, so the mining designation is there. So we are gonna put a retaining wall, a row of retaining walls down here. So this is gonna be one part, right? Oh, there's also some iron in here, which is annoying. Okay, wait, then let's move the retaining wall one tile, and we will have it here. Then that should work. Overlapping with terrain designation. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, so we'll have this one here. So we cannot build behind that wall, because I really want to just shave off one after another. But this space also will have to have some stations for stone. And maybe well, no, we're gonna truck the titanium, I think. But one for stone, maybe one for dirt. Or we will truck that over to... No, I think one for stone and one for dirt and one for coal and one for limestone. So it's gonna be 1, 2... What did I just say? Iron? Do we need more than one iron? If we put 2 here, should we also put 2 here? I'm not sure. That's also something you can write me in the comments. So we'll have you go here, and we'll just start digging this out. Yeah, how many stations do we actually need here? This is stupid. Well, I'm not gonna do this. I will do something like putting the stations down, then just wire them up, basically. And I don't think we'll actually need a connection to those islands yet. And if we do, maybe it will also make sense to connect them up here. But we'll see. What is on here that is useful to us? What is the white stuff? Quartz. Okay. That is fine. So we do have some stuff over here, and there's the titanium. So the next bridge probably is gonna be this one. Maybe we also want some gold. But we do have some gold here, which is easy accessible, and we still got this one. That is fine. Okay, let's finish up our planning while hopefully those get some work done. We could actually speed the game up a little. No, we cannot, because that's laggy as it is. You do not what can you not do? Okay, it's because you are again very weirdly placed. Like this. Yeah, he will come back and you will have some work again. Right? Yeah. I hope so, at least. We do have available excavators for some reason. Let's assign a few more. Let's see what's happening then. And you, can we just put you to high priority? You are, I just want to get this done. Where do we bring the dirt though? Well, here, right? You are still not full, so that is definitely a place where we want to bring this. Okay, so then there's gonna be a wonderful thing here. So we'll go over the tracks here. Did I just destroy it and then build it back? But we definitely want to have some of those. So we'll have a crossing here, and then the street is gonna go along here. And I don't know, I think it, with the belts, it does make more sense if the bus is gonna continue here. If we even wanna have a bus there. So that is also a question. So we'll have the road, the large road going along here then, and we'll also have some pieces, of course, going along here. But then it's gonna merge into one small one. Is this aligned? Yeah, so, but then it will merge into this one here. So we'll have it like this, something like this, and then like this. I think that's how we are gonna do it here. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Then we have the long street going along there, the street going along here. We could actually build those already, but okay. And then we'll have the trains. And I really want to be able to expand our train network to here. That is really important to me. So I think for now the trains will for sure just go straight, okay? Something like this. So they can go straight, and then we'll do a diagonal to here, and then have one bridge going diagonally over here, something like that. We'll have to see how that actually works out. But I think we'll want to do something like that. So wait, you are also not going to be here. I don't know if you even are going to be anywhere. So let's just put you up here for a second. And then there's going to be a lot of the smelting stuff going on there. So I think we want to make this like our hub. So I think here there's going to be the construction parts, right? And if I'm correct, I think we want to build storages right against that. And I'm going to take this one back, and I will do... Or we just put it up here. I think that would also work quite well. So we would do something like this. No, because we will have the bus going along here. So that is not a thing. Let me think. So we'll have this one. And we'll have a bus going along here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 belts. That should be fine, I hope. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll figure it out. And then we could put those somewhere like here. Isn't actually that bad. Something like here. And if those are here, I definitely also want to have... You're not able to dump. Why are you not doing... Do we need to assign you here? So your import routes... There isn't... Oh, huh? What did just happen? Oh, we don't want to just import from those. We want to import from all. We want to import all the dirt. Okay, now they should. Yeah, now they are getting rid of it. Okay, so we want to have 2 times this because we want to have a lot of parts. Do we want to have 3 times the storage? No, because we do have a lot of capacity to make new ones if needed. And we could do something like this. No, but I want to leave space for the bus. So something like this will go here. Do we need a train to be able to pick up construction parts? Or will we just continue to deal with those? Do we have trades that need construction contracts that need construction parts? We can always just belt. Yes, we do have for limestone. Can we just... What other limestone trades are there? Composite cores? Yeah, I would need to check if that's worth it, but I guess so, right? So we want to be able to export some construction parts. Or will that just be a truck thing? We can always just... Or we will be able to put... Do we want to be able to put a station in there? That wouldn't be... That would be too close. Yeah, now it already starts, and I'm definitely overthinking this. And you absolutely need to go next to that stuff. And I think something like this would absolutely make the most sense, or something like this. But I think something like this does make more sense because we'll have the bus going through here. So then we would have this one going somewhere like here. It's not the final placement yet, just some close. So because those need to be close to each other. And then we'll have some electronics coming in here into this factory. And we will have some other stuff coming in there. What I'm thinking, can we, if we have this like this, can we need the concrete for that one too, right? So, oh, now concrete isn't over there, but it's here. That is fine though. Look at this. This is working kinda well. It's just a question on how do we belt stuff over. Something like this isn't even too bad. And we can definitely do something like this. We just have to make sure we can get some... can we copy? We'll just have to make sure we get all the stuff through here. Something like this. Let's actually maybe delete this for a second. So just so we are able to... Yeah, all of this is temporary, or is not final placement, but something like this. And then what do we do here? Now, that is exactly where we could theoretically put some stations, some double-sided stations for not the steel, not the electronics. Those need to come in by belt. Somewhere here, we need some electronics going. How many electronics though? So, but we could put a train station basically into here. Now I absolutely, if we do this, and we could have like 2 small train stations bringing in electronics, or one bringing in electronics or something. Do we need to bring in? Well, we need to bring in wood, and in quite large amounts. So that's maybe happening here too. But then we're gonna run out here again. Or is this just gonna be for construction? That seems kinda overkill then. Wait, how is this looking? And I also see we're already low on time again for this episode. This is crazy. Yeah, let me just get this one real quick again. Just to oh wait, I can do this one. So we are ignoring those, just so I can get this one again. I just want to get that. And we could have a small, we could even put a turning loop in there. That isn't a bad, or that isn't something that is not working. And then we would have the trains basically going in here. And we would have, what is it, 4 modules? A 4 module station. But we still need the, I still want to be able to use, wait, let me try what is possible. So that would be, so this is not possible. Well, with a double-sided train, but I don't want to use double-sided trains. If we just go for 4 modules, we can delete 4 out of here. So we can do something like this. Because I kind of don't like the idea of the two-sided trains. Especially after the bug with both sides. Train cars is fixed. Can we... So that would mean something like doing this. And then we probably... Can we connect that up? So that would mean we want to go in here. Can I actually... Can I do this and now connect this one? That works. And that isn't even too bad. It's not nice, but it's not even too bad. And then we could... Yeah, we could do something like this for electronics. So that would be electronics coming in from another place. And the wood and stuff comes in from over here. Is it a waste of space? Kinda. Is it fun? Also. So let's move this one over a little. So we can have like some kind of stuff going along here. That is really important. We want to have space to bring belts in an organized manner. So we'll actually probably do something like this. And something like this to have this kind of in the middle. Something like this is in the middle. I don't know. And what can we put in all those little... Do we just want to leave those empty for now? Yeah, we'll be able to fit everything in. So then we also want to be able to turn around here. What did we say? We said we are gonna... straight T's R2 double T. We probably want to go along here, right? So then we can bring the... Oh, we do have some quartz here. That would kind of be cool to mine it out and put a bridge over those, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. We can also just, well, kinda not. Let's bring it back a little. Just so we don't have to flatten anything. Yeah, that works, and we'll just try to not build too much here. And then we can put the trains like this, whoops, and go in there again or something. We also do have a lot of water here, so maybe a station for water here wouldn't be too bad. What I'm thinking, if we just take, not this one, if we take the whole station, if I still have it in clipboard here, something like this. If we take you, no, not this one. This, nope. Not this one, this one. If we would put another station here, would that be stupid? And we would like be able to do like something like this. Okay, let me try to align it. See if that works. If we would do something like this. Well, the thing is, we are still just very much... Are those aligned? If yes, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Okay. And we could like put crossings all over here, so they can come in from here and from here. The problem still kinda is that we are locked. This seems like too much train infrastructure. It's really not space efficient. Let's get rid of this one. We don't need this one anymore. What did we say? We need to also bring in rubber. Yes, we also need to bring in rubber for the electronics production. Now, probably this is just too much. But even if we just take some of it out, it's still a lot to. Maybe something like this. Maybe I should also think more clearly what I'm actually planning to transport in and out here. And then we have those. We'll have to have... Basically we could... If we would put them here, that would kind of make sense. Or if we actually put it here, and that would also absolutely make sense. Let's actually try that. Let's take this one and let's maybe actually do the waste. Is CO2... Can we put CO2 in tanks? We can, right? Yes, we can. So we can also transport it by train. Which means we want to maybe... No, it's always gonna be better to just locally make it into graphite. So... But yeah, we could have like graphite and stuff here. This is way too big, by the way. We'll be able to cut away quite a lot. And then we could load stuff on here, the sulfur, for example. Oops, I just did something. And I cannot tell you what I did. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll have that here. And then maybe... Let's take you somewhere. And let's take you. And we'll have a second bus. We should probably also think about some more streets. We could, of course, do something like... Ooh, I don't even hate that. So we'll do something like this. Take you. Bring you along here. Something like this. Wait. We did some mistake with calculating this one, didn't we? Or no? Wait, with the blueprint, or just the double 90. Oh no, we didn't. Okay. Or did we? What I'm thinking is wasn't there some trees going along here, for example? Did we just lose those now? Because we didn't leave enough space? I want to check that. And then we're gonna wrap this episode up soon. Oh no. No, it's enough space. It's just a small stripe of trees here. Yeah, but then we'll have some streets going here. I still want those large. I think I want to have a large, so the large trucks can go here and over here. And then, for example, we can, if we have you, we'll have those here and here. So we can support all of those furnaces, and also maybe, that would be fun, to be honest. Maybe support this infrastructure too? That would be cool, because then we could have a train coming in here and be able to load and unload lots of steel here. So we could have like the output of those going to here, something like that. And then you, I don't know where to put you. This is glass. It doesn't really matter though, right? We definitely also have to think about a small... I'm not sure what reprocessing is actually using, how much glass. But we also maybe want to put that somewhere there. If we look at this, it's not a lot of molten glass, but I'm not sure how much spent fuel we're making, because this one is currently making 1. So we could have, yeah, so we could transport some molten glass away from here. So we maybe want to have some track, or we want to, where is it? Molten. We maybe want to have like 2 molten stations or something here, just so we can, or we want to reserve some space for some molten, for a molten station here, so we can have a short train, same as this one, to bring in some of the molten stuff to the reprocessing. And we could do something like this. That isn't bad at all. And we could also put this one like closer to here. And then we wouldn't have this one, and then we could have a small street, which would probably also rather be a big one, to be honest. But yeah, we could try to do something like this. Yeah, but let me know in the comments what you think, or if you think this is a good idea, if this is a stupid idea, if this will even work with only 2 tracks. What do you think? I think we are kind of at the limit of what trains or what can go through such a crossing here. Because if we think, and every one of those stations requests 2 trains, that's a lot of trains going through this crossing, for example. And we don't even have the option of bringing some trains over to skip the crossing or anything. I think this could be a bottleneck. But yeah, absolutely leave me a comment and tell me what you think of such a layout. And yeah, let me also just let me think what you think about the video. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for all the Patreon members, the new ones. I really appreciate your support, even the unpaid ones, but especially the paid ones, of course. And yeah, leave a like on this video because it helps the algorithm a lot. And I don't want to make this video any longer, so I wish you a very nice day, and we see each other in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.